I read this. I
What
don't
did
know.
you think
I don't
about
know if I
Absolute
don't.
Green
I
Arrow?
don't know if I loved it as much as everybody else did. It was
Um,
fine. It was fine.
yeah, it's
It's
really heavy and not really anything happens.
it's really heavy. Nothing happens. Dinah is like kind of a badass, but not a badass. And like I don't like it. We have 2 feet in both sands. Like I just don't. I mean, Absolute Green Arrow is kind of sick.
She's a depressed badass.
She is a depressed badass. I mean, Green Arrow is kind of cool. I'm interested to see who it is. The arrows with the poison are very scary. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't read it yet, because I'll say it so you have time to fast forward or move along. You read it, right, Gare?
Yeah, yeah.
This was creepy as fuck.
Well, yes, it was, and I don't understand what the fuck Oliver was doing. What the fuck was
Yeah,
Oliver doing?
I don't know. I don't know, but we'll
Also,
find out.
the hints that Oliver is a really really bad guy in this universe.
Yep. Yeah, not here
Like
for it.
it's yeah. I'm not either. I'm not either. It's also I will say what I do like about what they're doing with Dinah, being depressed, being a badass. I love the idea that she is grieving this man that
hmm
she had one idea of, and now she's discovering all these horrible things about him. So it's going to restart that grief process, and she's probably gonna lean further into the badass out of pure anger for Oliver Queen throughout this
Ooh.
run.
Yes, I like
So
that.
I feel like that will be fun. I feel
I
like
like
that will be fun. I was like, that haircut, she's gonna be mad a lot, you know?
I read End of Life #4 with Eddie Stallion. This is Eddie. I know you're not reading it, but this is Eddie. This is one of, I don't know. I'm reading most of the Vertigo titles, and this is really up there for me. I think it's like it has like some wit, some charm, some like raunchy jokes sometimes, and it kind of went into like the backstory of like his dad, because he's like a mercenary. He goes and kills people, but he works for like this secret mercenary organization, and then he got hired on by some people that wanted to basically steal from his boss, but he didn't know it was his boss, so he stole from his boss and then killed the boss's like nephew or something like that. So he's on the run, living in this small town with his dad, and his dad also used to work for the super secret agent mercenaries. I don't know. It's really fun and quirky and different.
And this is a DC title, a
Yeah.
Vertigo.
Yeah, it's written by Kyle Starks. I also read Odom.
I'm so excited. That one's on the way to me right now. So,
Okay.
did you enjoy it? Well, give me a 1 out of 5 star for a first issue, even though
Probably a 4. It was a 4 for me. I didn't know what to expect, right? So like I had like you have like an idea, right, of like what to expect, but like it's tiny and you don't really know what to expect if we're being honest here. It went in a direction I wasn't expecting, but yeah, it was really good. I really liked the first issue. The first issue was really really good. So I can't wait to see what happens in the second issue with like everyone from the story, essentially. But yeah, that's all I read. So not very many things.
Mine will be here by like Wednesday, and I can chat with you about it. I read most of my pickups from last week on the day. There were a couple that I haven't read, like Batwoman 3, because I still haven't read Batwoman 2. I still haven't read my pickups from the week before last, the newest Absolute Batman with all the Robins. I need to do that.
I haven't either.
I forgot about that. Period.
I showed you my stack last week, and then I read the books from that I got last week. So it's still the same, if not worse, than it was last week that I showed you. So
yeah, it's just with this hobby, it's a never-ending reading. TBR, oh Lord.
I still haven't read it. I don't even want to read it.
She mad, y'all. She mad about Fantastic Four.
I don't even want to read it.
Valid reasoning.
Like
if y'all have not seen the new artist's work for Fantastic Four right now, it is wild and crazy. We need to like close up on the eyeballs. I wish you could show that read that you sent in the first video.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to read it, man. Yeah, I didn't even get this far. I don't even know what this is. It's like a one shot, like an extra story in this book, right? I didn't even get this far.
Hey, I feel like that's a prank. I feel like that whole issue is a prank. This is like a soft reboot, right? Like they're starting a new whole story thing.
They are bringing. I think they're bringing back the Future Foundation. I think it's like a issue in the middle of like take a breather from the evil Sue to whatever the next arc is, which it just showed me at the end. Let's see. The next arc is, doesn't say, but it looks like Reed's in Rome for some reason. So who knows?
Okay.
Not me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just here now. I'm here for the vibes, I guess. I'll
Yeah.
continue
Well,
to support the Fantastic Four, but they're making it really hard for me to want to.
yeah, yeah. The editorial office is doing some wild stuff. It's funny that you say you're here for the vibes because vibes are a lot of what we're going to talk about today.
That's
You know,
you're not wrong.
not a whole lot of plot, just a lot of vibes.
A lot of vibes.
Y'all buckle up, have a little seat. Welcome back to the Caffeinated Comic Club. This is a podcast where we talk about comics and pop culture and so many other things, all fueled by caffeine for Marsh and water for me. As of right now, not the Diet Coke with lime again. Oh my god!
Sorry. I found another 12 pack at the store.
The way. Next time, I will Venmo you to ship me a box.
That sounds like it'd be very, very expensive.
It would. We're not gonna do that. I'll find it somewhere. Oh, I bet I can get them on Amazon.
How about I just buy you a 12 pack and like at some point we meet and I just bring you the 12 pack.
Yeah, that could work. That could work. But if you do not follow us on TikTok or Instagram, you can see our names on the screen. Or if you're not watching, I am Uncanny Gare on both.
And I am Marsh Likes Comics, but once again, I don't post on Instagram. I just have one. So
yeah. You have like an influx of DMs waiting for you whenever you do open the app again. I've sent so many things.
Sometimes it's like you have messages waiting, and I'm like, yep, I get there sometime. It's one of those apps I don't ever open. And Chris actually made fun of me today. I opened TikTok, then closed TikTok, then immediately reopened TikTok. And he was like, did you just close and reopen TikTok? And I was like, shh, we don't talk about it.
Relatable. Sometimes it just resets the FYP, you know? Sometimes it resets that algo.
Sometimes the FYP sucks and you want to get off whatever it's on.
Yeah, agreed. There are only so many videos I can take about certain opinions, you know? They all come back to back to back. The Instagram stuff that I've sent you, though, is mostly just memes, I think. I don't think it's anything important. I feel like it's just stuff that's going to make you have a little gig. Just a little gig.
That's fair. Also, not comic book related, but I'm super excited about it. I have to hide the number. Well, I didn't pay for it, so I don't care. But I finished my fossil set Pokemon cards, and it was the last set that I had to finish from when I was a kid. Like it's like the last card I needed to like finish like all of my sets from when I was a kid. And I traded for it this weekend, and it was this Gengar here that I got, and now my sets are complete. So I have base, set, jungle, and fossil.
That's incredible. That is incredible. I did go through and scan a bunch of Pokemon cards yesterday in my collection.
Oh, did you?
There's a lot of bulk. There's definitely a lot of bulk, but yeah, apparently that's how much. Where's it at?
Oh, a little further. Hey, look at you.
That's how much it's worth, apparently. How do I? Oh my god, I don't know how to do any of this stuff. But I was like going through to see. I did not have as many 151 as I thought I did. But my most expensive card is the OG Bulbasaur, and it's 169 right now, apparently.
Do you have the first edition one?
Yeah. I don't. Sam's really bad at the camera.
Right what?
Yeah.
Yo.
And then my Hollow Vaporeon, and then this Ninetales illustration rare. Are you doing any fire in your decks right now?
I am not, but I do have that Ninetales illustration rare. It's very, very pretty.
It's so pretty.
I
was gagged that it was $50. I was like, oh wow.
It went up because I bought it, I think, a while ago because I wasn't pulling 151. I was just buying the cards that I wanted, and I think it was like $15 when I bought it or something like that. So like, excuse me, it's gone up quite a bit. I have this Vaporeon from when I was a kid. I got it graded.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
And then
is that the one I have?
Probably.
Yes, it is. It is.
And then I got my here it is. My little Charizard boy graded.
Wow. How much is that card worth?
I think I asked.
Expensive.
I think I asked somebody. Well, it's not first edition. It's just like it's called Unlimited. But I think someone told me it was like $600, which still for something that I've had since I was like 8, ain't too bad. And then I have my little Jolty boy. He's my favorite.
Gorge. I love that you got him graded. I've never gotten anything graded before.
I think I'm gonna crack them though and just put them back in my binder because I don't have anywhere.
Yeah. What are you sipping on today? Oh, we already talked about that.
Well, I
Diet
cracked
Coke with
it.
lime.
Diet Coke with lime, and then I also have this because I'm gonna finish that really fast. So I have my Liquid Death Blood Orange something or other. Orange Scream? I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Hmm.
Orange Horror. Whatever. There you go.
Yes, because when you first told that one, I thought you said Orange Whore, and I was like, that's a crazy drink name. I've met her before.
Horror. But yeah, that's what I have. And you said that you're drinking water today. That is what you said.
Yes, I am drinking water with electrolytes in it. Rainbow Sherbet Liquid IV in
Good?
my water. Yes, for me, it's incredibly delicious. I love a liquid IV. A lot of
Mm,
people don't like them, but for me, it just tastes kind of like a margarita because it's a little salty. So I'm like, I'm pretending this is alcohol when it's really just water and salt. So,
valid.
but I needed it today. I'm trying not to do a whole lot of electrolytes. I'm trying to just drink a lot of water, but the Memorial Day foods,
Yeah,
I needed the extra help.
that's fair.
What are you pulling this week? Do you have a big pull list this week?
I do. It's the biggest week of the month, actually. So it's in alphabetical order as usual, but Absolute Wonder Woman number 20. I don't think I've read Absolute Wonder Woman since 16. I think I'm like 4 or 5 issues behind.
The
Um,
crossover?
yeah, since the crossover, yeah. I don't think I've read one since then. Detective Comics 1009, or sorry, 1109. Doom Quest number 1. I'm actually really stoked about this, so I hope that it's good. It sounds like the premise could be so awesome, and I need it to rock. Escape number 7 is back, and I am super stoked about it. Exquisite Corpses number 13, which I think is the last issue, right? Yeah, all right. It's going to be a good one because I was not expecting what was going to happen. The Flash number 33. Ryan North's been killing it so far on that. The Peril of the Brutal Dark and Ezra Kane mystery number 4. Probably my favorite Vertigo series coming out right now. Chris Condon is killing it. Planet of the Apes versus the Fantastic Four number 4. Red Roots number 2. The Ultimates number 24, which is the last issue of that, I believe. Wonder Man number 3, and yes, Gare, it's the Russell Dodderman cover. And then finally is Zatanna number 2.
Finally.
What are you
That
pulling this week?
that Exquisite Corpses number 13. That is probably my pick of the week. I am so ready to see if they stick the landing. Listen, if the last few issues are any indication, it's going to be fantastic. If
Agreed.
the few issues before the last few issues were any indication, it is going to go out with a whimper. But I feel like it's going to be the former. I feel like it is actually going to be wonderful. And I'm so excited. That's going to be the first book that I read. I'm not getting any more indie books. I thought about getting that Roots one. What is it called? Wild
Red Roots?
Something.
Mhm.
Red Roots. Because I got
Yeah.
the first one, but I
Mhm.
haven't read the first one. So
That's fair.
I'm just going to not get it just in case.
That's fair.
For DC, Batman 163.
Oh,
Now, why
no,
does
you're
it say
not reading
on the-
Hush. You're not reading Hush, are you? No, don't buy that one.
Why?
That's the Hush one. That's not.
Okay, so
That's not.
that's not Bat Fraction.
It's not Bat Fraction. No. That's
Okay,
Jeff
thank
Loeb.
God.
That's Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee. They've been writing that book for like a year, dude. For like a year, they've been writing it.
Best believe I will not be picking up Jeff Loeb. Zatanna number 2, then I will be getting that. Oh my God, am I about to have a tiny week? Because that's only 2 books so far. Let's check out Marvel. Let's see if
Where are all your
X-Men
books
number
at?
30.
There it is.
X-Men number 30, Psylocke Ninja number 5. This is the final one. It's done. It is done. I mean, I can put them in the chest. I have not read since issue 2, and I do not plan on reading anymore. But I'm putting them in my filing cabinet. Generation X23 number 4, Wicked and Hulkling, Raid of Ultron number 1. I forgot about that. I'm so stoked about that. X-Men of Apocalypse, Omega number 1. Okay, so when I said I was not buying Jeff Loeb, I am in fact actually buying Jeff Loeb because that cursed ass book is still coming out. It doesn't make any sense. The releases don't make any sense for that book. What is that about? I don't understand. Issue 5 was supposed to be coming out, but apparently now it's called X-Men of Apocalypse, Omega number 1. The fuck? And yeah, that's it. That is all of my books for the week.
So
Wait,
it's a small week for
is there
you.
anything Dynamite? Yes. No, nothing for Dynamite. It is a small week. I'm so excited.
Small weeks are good. Small weeks are wins, yo. Let me tell you. Small weeks are wins.
And I'm sure that next week is going to be even worse. So we're just not gonna even look at it yet. I'm just gonna live.
I'm actually looking right now, and I have pretty small weeks until the last week of the month. So it looks like the last week of the month is gonna be the bane of my existence every month. Okay. Gambit comes out soonish, not soon, soonish.
What does?
Gambit 1.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it Claremont?
I believe so. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. It'll be very wordy,
He,
in case you wanted to know,
well,
audience.
he about to make a name for himself. Yeah.
Insert audio here.
Lord, speaking of books that are coming out, let's dive into a little bit of comic book news. Angel #1, a companion to Buffy the Vampire Slayer #1 from Dynamite Comics, is coming out later this year, written by Kelly Thompson, who is also writing the Buffy book. And the Angel book is coming out 4 weeks after issue #1 of Buffy. How do we feel about that? I'm sure you're very excited. It is kind of all of the things that you like.
So like I'm excited, right? But I also feel like I don't know, we don't know when these are taking place, right? Are they taking place after the shows? Are they taking place during the shows? When are they taking place? Because if it takes place after the show of Angel, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Everyone is basically dead. So like I don't understand. So obviously it has to take place during the show, which will also make me sad because like Lauren will be there, Wesley will be there. I love Wesley. His redemption arc was so great. What's her face? No, not Amy Adams. What?
Amy Acker. What was her name?
Yes. Fred will be there. Which the way that I screamed Joss Whedon's name when they finally got Wesley and Fred together, and then they fucking fucked Fred. Like they like did her so dirty.
Yeah.
I was angry. So angry.
Yeah.
And only the 90s people here understand what I'm talking about because you probably haven't seen either of those shows. But it was a time.
The things that we were put through when it came to side characters on those shows, criminal. Jail time. Fred went through a lot. What was Fred's alter ego when her hair was blue?
Illyria. Is that right?
Illyria. Okay. Yes, it is, because that I will say that was the name of my first farm on Stardew Valley. It is also where Shakespeare's Twelfth Night or What You Will takes place. And Whedon was obsessed with Shakespeare, and Amy Acker, obviously, he did the Much Ado About Nothing film with her as the lead in that. That film is amazing, by the way.
They shot it in theaters.
A weekend at
I saw it in theaters.
I did too. Spectacular. And it's like really the original script. It's like they did it in, it was amazing. Anyway, we're such nerds. We're such very specific niche nerds.
It's the OG script, but like brought to modern time. It's like Romeo and Juliet from the 90s with Leo DiCaprio and what's her face?
Claire Danes.
Claire Danes. Thank you. Yes, it was very, very good. If you haven't seen it and you like Shakespeare, you should check it out. Don't check it out because you like Joss Whedon. Just check it out because you like Shakespeare.
Yeah, if you like alums from the Buffyverse, you can watch it for that too. And Firefly, like everybody's there. Like go watch it. It's so fun. Yeah. Oh, it's so fun. Yeah. How do we feel about Angel coming out so quickly after Buffy #1? Because that was my question: is when does this take place?
Sorry.
And why does Angel already need a series?
Because why not?
I guess.
I don't know really, because that means that he won't be in the book, right? So that means he won't be in Buffy, or maybe he will be in Buffy. And then the next month he has his own series, so like it's like he's in it and then out of it. I don't think that she would do that. Kelly Thompson would do that, but
yeah, I'm interested to see what she's cooking because she's writing both of the books. Like the Dynamite team was like, we can't imagine anyone else writing the Angel book, but we need it to come out too. And she's like, okay, I'll do both. Like that's wild to me. Also, she's writing Absolute Wonder Woman. She's so fucking busy.
She is.
How does she have the time to write all of these books?
She's Alexander Hamilton. Okay.
Why do you rain like it? Me using my Miranda Sings voice to try to sound like Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No, honestly, I think it'll be interesting. I did have a chance to look into it. I did see that it was announced, and then like I was like reading it kind of, and then I saw like DNA's doing the covers, and I sent you that message. I was like, why didn't you tell me this thing? And you were like, I just found out. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's fine.
I saw it like literally like 20 minutes before I texted you and said those were my news pieces, and I was like, oh my god, what?
Yeah,
Boreanaz in the year 2026.
That is crazy. I want to check. I just want to see what they said about it. Like what did they say? Following the July debut of the extra-sized Buffy the Vampire Slayer #1, Angel 1 kicks off with an extra-sized 48-page premiere issue featuring extra pages of story and art, plus a special sketchbook section for only $4.99. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. 48 pages of book and extra stuff.
Yeah.
Once a terrified vampire and Angelus, Angel was cursed for his crimes. With the return of his soul, that soul eventually led him to Sunnydale and a tragic star-crossed affair with Buffy, his vampire-slaying true love. Once the tragedy had run its course, Angel built himself a new life in Los Angeles as a supernatural detective helping the helpless. Things don't always go according to plan, and sometimes you do have to go home again. That's the story. So he is he going back to Sunnydale?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. That's wild.
Interesting.
So I wonder where this cuts like the canon in half, like from the TV show.
Yeah, I don't
I wonder if this starts after their finales, after the Angel finale, which would mean that Buffy would start a full year after the destruction of Sunnydale.
But didn't he die in Angel at the end? I thought they
Maybe.
all
I
died.
will say though that Joss Whedon's comic series after
Mm-hmm.
has my memory a little twisted because that is the official Buffy canon, like seasons 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
And Angel is very much alive and has his own book, Angel and Faith.
Okay, then maybe I'm misremembering how the show ends. I know that Wesley dies. Maybe I just assumed. I think they all went and fought something. I also watched this show like 15 years ago, so I don't actually remember.
Mhm.
But I could be
And maybe he did die.
misremembering.
Maybe they had to bring him back in the comics because I know that he was Buffy's big bad in season 8.
Oh,
That the
okay.
books are right there. I could look at them, but I'm not going to do that.
No, I believe you.
I know
I
that
don't
he
remember.
was like Buffy's big bad, and his name was Twilight or something.
I vaguely remember this actually. I did read like
Yeah.
season 8 and 9. I don't think I read 10, but I remember 8 and 9. Also, look at this. This looks pretty.
Oh, I will be having that. I will be having that. Oh, that is gorgeous.
That's the
Hold on
Jenny
now.
was it Frisian the lady that does the Grimm covers that you like.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Jenny Frisson.
Yes.
Hex always says Frisson, so I was like, I'm just
Frisson.
gonna believe Hex.
Okay.
Why are there so many variant covers? That's gagging me.
Because number 1.
Yeah, true.
So you have
DNA's cover is so beautiful.
here. We'll just look through them.
That's
That one's really small.
I'm assuming Leviathan's eyes behind him.
Yes, I would agree. I don't know why that one. Why are they so small? The other one was so much bigger. Pros. I will not be having that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
That one's okay.
Ooh.
That one's okay.
Yeah,
that one's okay.
That would be a nice little like Halloweeny.
This one's so good though.
Comic wall.
I'm gonna have to get DNA to sign.
Did you see he announced the new blue color block variants?
That's actually what I was going to
look. One of them.
No, I did not know that Psylocke
is Sue one yet?
I don't. He's doing one that I have. Yeah, see, it's here. I think it's Reed actually. He said that he was doing a Reed one, and then he wanted to do a Sue one, but he was only so far had Reed, Johnny, and Ben so far.
That says plus a special backup story celebrating Disability Pride Month. That's exciting. Number 14.
That is exciting. Yes.
I wonder if it's going to be a big Alicia story, or if there's going to be a different person with a disability. That's exciting. They added Alicia into Marvel Rivals for Ben.
Really? That's
in her wedding dress.
I love that.
It's so cute.
I love that for them.
That cover's kind of beautiful.
I don't like Reed's face, man.
Yeah, that is true. I think I got distracted because Sue is front and center.
Oh, that's valid. That's valid. Okay. I actually have this is the variant I chose that I'm gonna get.
That's cool.
And it's a fossil or Jesus, it's a foil. What is happening?
It's a fossil variant.
What is happening with my brain right now? It's a fossil.
I did want to ask you how you felt about Millie Alcock did an interview and she said like she insinuated that she's barely going to be in the Supergirl suit like in the movie.
Okay.
And like we've seen in the trailer she's like fighting in street clothes because she's at a bar. But it's like how do we feel about like a superhero movie where they're mostly in street clothes the whole time? Is it just me being like I want the fashion, why is she not in her suit until the very end? Like I'm perturbed a little bit by that. Just a little bit. I'm like I just want to see it. Like why they've done that in so many other movies where they like have their big moment and they become but it's like she is already established as Supergirl in this world.
I mean the Fantastic Four didn't really wear their suits or use their powers until the end.
I know.
You're like, that's my point.
It bothers me.
That's my point.
It bothers me so much because it's like I get it. We need human stories, but it's like, come on, girl. She is literally Supergirl, and she's on like. You're telling me she didn't take her suit just in case she needed it?
That's fair. And I mean, I say that they didn't use their powers. They did. They used their powers like in space when they went to go see Galactus and stuff like that. But like they didn't really use it to fight until the end when they fought Galactus. Like
Mhm.
they used them, right? So I guess it's a little bit different. I mean, for me, I don't know if it bothers me or not. I'm really gonna have to see how the story unfolds for me to be able to like give you my complete opinion on it. Um,
Oh yeah,
I
because you haven't
also
read the book yet,
I haven't
right?
read the book yet. I need to. It's down. It's been down. I've had that book for like 3 years. It's just sitting on the shelf. But I mean, I watched. I mean, I grew up and I watched Smallville. So for me, it's okay. And then you see him at the very end in the suit, but like that's it. So for me, it doesn't really
It's
bother me. I
funny.
don't think
It's funny though because I think I'm realizing why it bothers me.
because it took so long for them to see.
Because I also watched Smallville and was mad as fuck that we got to see so many other characters in their suits before we ever got to see Clark in his, and then his was literally the very end.
That's
Which I
fair.
guess makes sense in the context because it's his origin story over 9 seasons, by the way, or 10 seasons, 11. I don't even know how many fucking
It was
seasons there were
10.
of that
It was
show.
10.
10 seasons of him becoming Superman, but it's
Hmm.
like we had Oliver Queen, we had The Flash, we had Aquaman. Like, but I will say their suits were not really suits.
I mean, you're
Just like
not
really
wrong.
cool H&M. I was always like, come on, when do we get it? Like every season finale, like this is gonna be the moment. We'll get a whole season of him in the suit. No,
That's fair.
just no.
That's fair. I even thought maybe it's because I caught up to season 10. Like, so I binge watched the whole show in like 30 days to catch up so I could watch the season 10 finale or whatever. It was crazy. It was
Mhm.
crazy time. College was crazy time. And
Valid.
and so I say it didn't bother me because I watched it in 30 days. So like for me it was 30 days. For people that watched it over the 10 years, I could see how you'd be really annoyed. So for you, I could see how you'd be annoyed. But I did think in
Yeah.
season 10 that we would at least get him in the suit most of the time, and then it wasn't. It was just General Zod being General Zod, and then like him still being the Blur, even though like Lois knows who he is now. It was a whole bunch of stuff. But I mean, like I said, again, I don't really know. I don't know. If she's still doing Supergirl stuff, does she really have to be in the suit to do it? I get that you want to see her in the suit, right? I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's just a thing that like they've done for so many years. It's like the X-Men movie. They're not in their suits until the very first one. They're not in their suits until the last 20 minutes. It Most of those movies are not in their suits until the last 20 minutes of the movie. You know?
Yeah.
Like there's just so many movies over the years where it's like, why do we have to wait? With Captain Marvel, we got her in her suit from the beginning, except it was just the wrong color, and then she changed it in the last 20 minutes. She was like, what if it's red and blue? Now I could
That's
go
true.
fight. Like, I
That's
don't
true.
get it. I don't, it is what it is. But I was just like, again. But I'm excited about that movie. I have noticed, though, a tide turning on the socials with people the way they're talking about it now.
Hmm.
Whereas when the trailer first came out, everyone was really excited, and now I'm seeing a lot of boys talk
Yeah.
about how it's like gonna be ass.
It's gonna
Like
flop.
a
Yep.
lot have flipped their opinions, and I'm like, what's going on with that? Why? Because when that trailer came out, you guys, y'all were all about how good it was. Like punk rock it continues this summer. What's happening? Why are we changing our minds? Because we've got no new information. I will say what it is, I think, is what started to change the tide. She did an interview where someone asked her if she had talked to Melissa Benoist or Helen Slater or Sasha Kaye, who played Supergirl in the new Flash movie. They asked Millie if she had talked to them about them passing the torch, and she was like, no. I don't know them. We've not had any conversations. Like, this is a different movie. It's a different franchise. Like, no, I don't know them. And people were really mad that she didn't like reach out and have a conversation to respect her elders or something. And I was like, boys are fucking weird. What do you mean? They're humans. They don't know each other. They actively don't know each other. That's like, did you ask? Like, I'm sure they asked David Cornsweet if he called Henry Cavill. Like, but why
Or
do they
Brad and
need
Ralph,
to?
if we're like,
Yeah, yeah, I guarantee you, David Cornsweet. Well, actually, no, that he did see them at a con. I think there's like a photo of
oh,
him and Tom Welling together.
damn.
But could you
Okay.
imagine being
Well.
David Cornsweet and being like, "Can I get Tom Welling's phone number? I need to talk to him about
That's
Smallville."
so weird.
Like I don't. And if he just said no, I feel like none of the boys would have been mad. And I don't know. That's just one source of like of it. I don't understand. I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited about that movie. Superman was fantastic. It's
It
being helmed
was.
by
It
the
was really,
same
really good.
team. Like, why are we not? And Lobo's in it.
Yes.
That's for the boys. He's for the boys.
It's for the boys. You're not wrong.
That's
For the
DC
boys.
Deadpool, guys.
Not for me. For the boys.
Not for me either. I love Jason Momoa. I will support him and what he does.
Same.
And whatever makeup he chooses to wear.
Also, so I don't have comic news, but I do have this cover I just found that looks awesome. So when it comes out, I need you to tell me if it's good. Okay.
Listen, this is continuing that story that I told you about a couple of months ago on the pod, where Gambit had that cat in his jacket that he was about to eat.
Yeah.
He's gotten sicker and sicker
Ooh,
as the stories go, and other
Okay.
stories have been happening, and he's still clinging on.
Sick. Okay.
But it just keeps. He's got some shit growing out of his back now. Like, I think he's turning into a dragon. Maybe that's my guess. I don't know. You'll see that. You'll see that soon. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see where that goes, and that cover is really cool.
Oh, what is that? Whose cover is that? This is a cool cover. Sorry, I know I'm just on covers.
Cover. Dick. What is that for? Nightwing?
Yep. So in one of the issues recently, he caused an 8-car pileup because of. Have you seen Supernatural? The show Supernatural.
Yes.
Okay. So there's like an episode where like this woman ends up in Dean's car or whatever, and she's just trying to get home. You know what I'm talking about? Like the white woman or whatever. So like that essentially took place in Nightwing, but it's like based on this like highway that they built in Bloodhaven. And she was in the car with him, and she caused him to do like an 8-car pileup that ended up killing a bunch of people on this superhighway. And Dick's obviously beating himself up about it because it's Dick. He's a human being. So in this last issue, it's come out that the district attorney or whomever wants to sue Nightwing for causing the 8-car pileup that killed all these people. And so I think that's kind of one. I think that's gonna take place with that information. Like he's gonna end up going to court or jail or whatever
because of La Llorona, the woman in white.
Yes,
that's crazy. So they really are doing like supernaturally stuff. Is he like? Okay. Not to go too deep into it or like too spoilery for anyone who hasn't read that or is going to. But like, are other supernatural characters coming in to like help him, like Constantine or Zatanna or anything like that, or is he just trying to navigate this new super? Is this because he went to that dimension after that girl's face fell off?
Maybe that actually is a good thing. I didn't even put that together. That's actually a great point. The only person that's come to like talk to him is Bruce. Bruce came and talked to him or whatever, and Dick was like, "I'm fine. I don't need your help. Go back to Gotham." And Babs is kind of talking to him, but she's in prison or wherever, which they told me in the book. I still haven't read Batman yet, so I don't know how she got there, but she's there.
You need to read it because it's kind of awesome how she got there.
But he's dealing with some shit. He's dealing with some shit, and he won't talk to anybody about it. He won't talk to Bruce about it. He won't talk to Babs about it. Even Corey came and like talked to him in this issue. I don't like her, by the way. She's not my vibe.
Starfire?
I haven't read anything with her in it except for this issue, and she is not my vibe right now. I'm just gonna.
You haven't read Tom Taylor's Titans?
No.
Oh my god.
I only read the Nightwing run.
You know, I don't love Corey either. I guess this is me publicly taking a stand because it's a big debate in the community of who he should be with, Babs or Corey. I think it's always Babs. I think it's never not Babs for me. I appreciate him being open-minded enough to bang an alien. Good for him. But I don't love them together at all. I don't hate Corey. I like Corey, but not with Dick.
What is it?
Also, a lot of their drama is when they were teenagers.
There's a quote that I read and I was like, oh, damn. She's talking to Dick and she says, "Are you all right? You're exhausted. I don't think I've ever looked at you and thought you looked old before." And Dick responds and goes, "Ha, there's that Tamaranian candor I don't miss from when we dated." And I was like, holy fuck.
Her social cues are sometimes not great. But I will say that's probably so like he's clearly gone through a lot then. If she's like saying that to him so openly, like he looks like he's not sleeping, I'm assuming.
He's not. I think even in the book it said he's been sleeping like 2 hours a day or whatever without waking up from a nightmare. He's having active nightmares about the wreck too. So yeah, he's going through it but doesn't want any help. It's awesome.
Yeah,
so great.
You're selling the book for me. You're selling it.
You should read it. It's a good one.
The way that I just don't need to be picking up anything else.
Dan Waters is killing it.
I feel like I can't remember how far I got into Tom Taylor's run. Is Dan Waters the one who started after Tom Taylor?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it wouldn't take me too long to catch up.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Period.
I think the first or second trade. I
Well,
think his first trade's out already. Second trade, maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna make a note to look into it. Well, you want to dive into our short little book of the week?
We can dive into our short little book of the week.
Okay. We read We Called Them Giants by Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hines, and Clayton Cowles this week. And earlier in the pod, we talked about how Marsh is just here for the vibes for Fantastic Four. With this book, there is nothing but vibes. I will say, it's one of the most interesting reading experiences I've had in a while because it's mostly choose your own adventure kind of. Like, we don't find out a lot about what's happening in this plot around them and why they're in the situation that they're in. And
Mm-mm.
that was very intentional. They wanted us to know as much information as these kids know. So I guess let me dive into a quick little summary. I'm just going to read the back of the book for this, okay? Before we dive into everything else. Laurie wakes up to find the streets empty. Everyone has gone, or at least nearly everyone. She's thrown into a world where she has to scrape by in the ruins of civilization, nearly starving, hiding from gangs when they arrive. We Called Them Giants is a story about communication across a chasm at the end of the world. From the award-winning team behind the dark fantasy smash Die. So yeah, it's post-apocalyptic. There's a kind of rapture that happens where mostly kids are left. There are a couple of adults, and we don't know anything about it really. We don't know if it was actually a rapture. We don't know where everyone gone, if they left, if they died, if they disappeared. We don't know. How did you feel being thrown into this like within the first 10 pages?
So it kind of gave me like The Last of Us vibes, but not from like a zombie vibe, but like just kind of how quickly things can like turn on its head and how quickly you can be alone in a world, right? So like I felt like that was interesting because like in like the first page, it's just like, oh yeah, there's nobody here except for Lori. Lori is here by herself.
Yeah, in a little neighborhood in England. Like, it's set in England. We only know that from, well, one, the writer is from London, but from the dialogue. So like the book starts with Laurie telling us that it's like the day that she's supposed to be adopted. She's been in the foster system, and her parents are like, her new adoptive parents are about to fully adopt her, and but she's like, I'm still not going to be theirs. I don't trust people. Like, she lets us know over and over again in the first 10 pages that she does not trust anyone because of everything that's happened to her. And so she wakes up and they're gone. She goes out in the world and mostly everyone's gone. And then she runs into a little girl from school, from primary school, named Annette, who has lived a very different life than she has. Annette's got like a happy mummy and a pantry full of things, and they talk about how no one's around, and they go back to Annette's house and find that the pantry is like completely cleared except for like canceled old beans. I'm confused because like, did the parents just leave? Did they leave? Or did someone just break into the house at some point and steal all the food? Because this is still day one of this rapture, not rapture thing.
Maybe that's they maybe when the parents disappeared, all of the food disappeared except for the beans. That's kind of what I took from it.
I was so confused I was like, what do you mean? Jesus took the beans or took the cans of
Jesus
food,
took
but
the
not the
beans.
beans. Like, and so yeah, the story from there goes into these two little girls trying to survive in this big empty world. There are still things around. In the little summary I read, there are gangs that are called the Dogs, which is consist of boys and men. So like there are still some adults around. Very scary if you're two tiny teenage girls and there's just a gang of boys and men running around with like bird masks on, calling themselves the Dogs.
I think that they said that there are women there too, but it's mainly the men that are out like
Patrolling.
by yeah, yeah.
So these gangs are going around like this big. I'm assuming they're in London. I'm assuming they've made it to London because they're going around this city and they're trying to find any food that's left. And Laurie and Annette have to like sneak in to stores and try to find things. They end up finding a can of peaches, but it's discovered really quickly that they're stealing a stash from someone else, an older woman who's got a mask on. They have a fight. It alerts the dogs, and the dogs start coming their direction, and they're like they have to hide from them, and that's when they arrive. There's a loud crash in the distance, and there's a big bright light, and the giants are arriving on Earth in their spaceships. These are spaceships, right? These big things that they're in. We
Yep.
don't know.
I
Again,
don't know.
vibes. And so, yeah. we everything that happens, we are getting as much information as the characters do, and it was a very interesting thing. Like there was no backstory. We're discovering it all together. So these loud crashes, two giants arrive. There's a big green one and there's a big red one, and they're walking through the area. The dogs are like saying that they're going to go find them first, but the girls run directly to it while they're getting ready, and they find them. They find a green one. They find the big green giant. It gives the vibes are kind of Iron Giant. Do you remember that movie from back in the day?
I never saw Iron Giant.
So imagine this big a giant. Imagine a big robot giant that doesn't really talk, and it's a little boy, and like I feel like this was very inspired by that. Yes, and so they follow the giant. They see the green giant talk to the red giant. They're talking in a language that they don't understand, and then they go their separate ways. Annette's like, "Come on, let's follow." And so they follow the green giant, and she tries to talk to him, and he turns around and starts to chase them. But chasing is just him walking towards them because he's a giant. He's got big old
He's
legs.
a giant.
And so they lead him. Yeah. So they lead him to the dogs, and he doesn't kill them. He doesn't kill them, and we don't really know what's going on. But from there, the dogs are like now thinking that the aliens, the monsters, are scared of them, and they're acting crazy. One of them like goes poking around the spaceship and gets electrocuted and dies. So like that tells our main characters that they can't really go over there because they might die. So they just kind of watch everything from afar, and that's when we're introduced to the concept of these big ass giant wolves that now have started patrolling the area, like the size of dire wolves in Game of Thrones. Big scary wolves. We don't know why they're there, how they found it, but now it's more danger for the girls, and it's becoming winter. It's getting really cold. That's when old lady with the mask from earlier in the Peaches shows up and is like, "Hey, you guys, follow me. I found something, and I want y'all to benefit too." She's found a little cave type thing close to the red giant spaceship where the wolves don't come. They get to a certain threshold and they don't come any closer. So this old lady's been staying there, and she brings the girls with her. And so they live in this cave outside of the red aliens thing. And again, it's getting cold. It's just getting colder. They're suffering. They're trying to find food. The red alien keeps coming out and looking at them. And eventually he brings out a giant bowl of stew. Looks like milk. It reminds me of a cat bowl of milk, you know? And he places it for them. And he just stands there and waits. Eventually they go get it. And he does take one of them. He takes Annette, the little girl that's best friends with Lori, the only person that she really trusts. Takes them. It's devastating. It's just Lori and the old lady left. Eventually, the old lady gets taken. Lori's alone. Lori decides she needs to get the fuck out of there. Some shit happens. She ends up getting taken. Surprise! The red giant's keeping them all as pets. He's making sure that they're safe and they're warm and they're fed. And they live this great life. And they live out the winter in there. Lori's really nervous about it, does not trust him while everybody else trusts him. And then spring comes, and Lori's like, "He's not letting us leave. We need to leave." He goes outside. She sneaks by. She runs out into the spring, goes to find the other green alien giant thing for whatever reason, and discovers that he's the reason why there are wolves. He has brought the wolves to end the rest of life on Earth. And to wrap up the story, she gets scared. She runs back to the red giant and like has a conversation with him, but there's not really conversation because they don't speak the same language. She tries to say what she needs to say through sounds, through feelings, through intentions, and hopes and prays that he understands, and he does. And he follows her back. He has a big fight with the green alien. They both die. The book ends. And the lesson that we're supposed to learn is that even without language, love still prevails, because she realizes as he's dying that he loved them and took care of them. To me, what I got was this was somebody, they were his dogs. They were his cats. That's all. That's all I can say about it right now. I'm ready to talk about it. I had to get that recap out of the way as fast as I could, because what the fuck did we read this week? I'm so not kidding, y'all. That was the whole book. That was the whole book.
That was the book. Yeah, I kept reading it, hoping they would give some sort of backstory on like what happened to everyone else. No, nothing. And yeah, Gare eloquently put it that that he kept them as pets.
So like I was just so annoyed. I was just very annoyed because listen, going back to last week, you were like, "I really hope this book is good," and I was like, "How could it not be with this team?" And I will say, I think that there is an audience for this book, and
It wasn't us.
Yeah, I do think that if I was in a different mind state, it could have been for me. But it was like, it's back in the day when I would smoke weed every night. Like before bed, I would like smoke some weed and I would like watch something to make me cry. That's what this was supposed to do. I think this was supposed to make us cry because you're supposed to realize that like love transcends all things and like you have to cling to those you love at the end of the world. The thing was is that Lori didn't give a fuck about anybody the whole time other
Not
than
until the
Annette.
end.
And it was only, yeah, not until literally the last page. She's like, I wish I would have realized sooner that he loved us. I was like, bitch. And she was she also called him an it the entire book until the day he's dying. The moment he's dying is when she saw him as a person for the first time. Just very sad. There's not a lot of character development. Annette is a very like sheltered girl, and then on the next page, she's bold and brave. She grew up so fast, and you do like if you're at the end of the world. I'm assuming. Like I don't know. There were just a lot of big ideas that were thrown at us really fast in this.
I will say though, I did like the art and like how the colors, like the art in the book was really pretty. But like yeah, it just wasn't, I don't know. There's nothing really hit and like I kept reading it waiting for something to happen and nothing happened.
No,
It was like a
they
big
ate a
nothing
lot
burger.
of soup. Yeah, it was a big nothing burger. There was nothing like the stakes. The highest stakes were them like freezing to death. When the old lady was, I thought that old lady was dead in the tent. I was like,
She
great,
was dead
now this
too.
old lady's dead. And then she was like, she woke up and was like, it cannot continue. I was like, oh my god, yeah, this book can't. Listen, I love Kieran Gillen. I love Stephanie Hans. I love Di. I just don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on. I think that
Listen,
this would be better as a film.
fair enough. Right, no, sorry, I don't know why I'm laughing. I think I'm laughing because we were like, this will be way better than last week, and it was not.
Oh my god.
No, I agree. I think it'll be better as a film. I do think that if you want to read Kieran Gillen, you should read Die. Don't
Yeah.
read this. Read Die instead, or even read The Wicked and the Divine. That's also a good book. Don't read
Yes,
this.
it is. It's
This
so
is
fun.
not. This was not it. At least for me. Maybe you'll like it. I don't know, but I did not. So
Y'all might like it. Yeah, I can't recommend this book. I mean, I recommend it if you do smoke a lot of weed and you like colors and you like the concept of love. I could recommend it for you then. But otherwise, I cannot recommend it.
did you
It was a
read?
$10 book, though.
Did you? You probably haven't, but did you read Homesick Pilots? Have you ever even heard of that book?
No,
Okay.
I have not.
Okay. It gave me a lot of if you've read the book Homesick Pilots by Dan Waters, by the way. If you've read that, think about that book when you read this book. It's a lot and the art's pretty and there's a lot of things going on, but that also wasn't for me either. So, if you like Homesick Pilots, you'll like this. If you didn't like Homesick Pilots, you won't like this. There you go.
Yeah. Were there any moments in particular that you wanted to talk about in depth?
No.
I didn't write
No.
a single one down.
Nope.
Because there weren't any moments other than that one at the end where she like finally says him, like starts referring to him as him, and then being like, I wish I would have realized he loved us. That's so annoying. Like, I get that you're a teenager, but when you've been in the foster system or adopted and you've been through what that kid has been through, she's not really like she's been through much more. Like, and she has a lot of angst, but she also a lot of maturity comes with that. I feel like 95% of the time.
You would think so. So, yeah, I
This
don't
was
know.
the
I
5% that didn't come with it. That's my take on Lori. She was very much a child.
Yeah. A child who didn't, believe in anyone or trust anyone except for Annette. And then eventually Bridget, I think was her name, the old woman.
Beatrice.
Some B name, some old B name. Yeah, it was
Might
fine.
as well have been Bridget. They only said her name twice. I'm just saying, listen, here's my thing. You're right. She was a little girl that didn't believe in anyone. And by the end, she did. And it was supposed to be cathartic. It was supposed to make you feel what it was supposed to be. And I didn't.
It fell flat for me too. It fell flat.
Yeah. I rolled my eyes and said, not today, Kieran Gillen. And also, it's 100-page book. It took me 3 days to read it because I kept falling asleep.
I mean, I read it in a couple hours today, but yeah, it's like a 2 out of 5 for me. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not even like decent. It's just
yeah.
And maybe I wasn't in the right headspace to read it. I don't know. Like it's like you said, maybe they're like these big like overarching like literary things that were missing. I don't know, but it fell flat for me.
Yeah, maybe we'll on the Patreon we'll take a couple of gummies and get high and read it. There's no Patreon, and I
There's
also
no Patreon.
cannot digest gummies. So, but yeah, I don't know. For me, it's probably unfortunately 2 feels too high for me, but I feel like it has to be a default 2 because of the art.
Yeah.
And Clayton Cow's lettering is always really good, but when your lettering is the thing that's bringing your
It's the
score up in a
highlight.
book, that's crazy, Kieran. Come on, Kieran.
And
It makes
again,
me not want to buy the omnibus, the Immortal X-Men omnibus he's got coming out later this year. I'm just mad at him right now. I need to process. I need to grieve.
you
I'll
know
text
what's
him back later.
funny is that I told you that it couldn't get worse than me reading his Iron Man run from like the mid 2010s, and I honestly would prefer to read that again.
You manifested this. This book
I
last
did.
week was good. You said that, and the words changed in here.
I manifested it because I said it can't be worse than Iron Man. I was wrong.
Yeah, 2 out of 5. I'll agree with that. Even though I feel like it's generous, I will say 2 out of 5. Because did you read the back where they're like talking about why this book is important to them? It's their first graphic novel, and I'm like, baby, I wouldn't have said anything about this.
Wait, no, I didn't read it. The team bios.
I wouldn't have told nobody. Yeah,
Wait.
there's like the whole thing about them. Wait, maybe I read an article actually.
It must
I feel like there
have
was
been
something I read where he was talking about how important the story was to him. I'm interested to know what the score is on Comic Geeks. I need to look that up right now.
Oh, here, look at this. Look at this. Look what we can do, Gare. Look what we can do.
Oh, you have it now. I forgot. Yeah.
Look what we can do.
Watch it be like 5 out of 5.
I know. Everyone probably. I think I gave it a 4. I think I gave it a 4 on Comic Geeks too. I did. I did give it a 4. I've been seen.
So everybody's giving it a 4?
A 4, a 5, a 5, a 4, a 5.
Okay, that first review explains it. I love my cats so much.
Read this if you love cats. What does that
I
even
told
mean?
you it felt like they were
What
cats.
does that even mean?
He brought them a giant bowl of milk, but it was stew. I was like, this is just someone taking care of their outside cats, bringing them in. That's why people like this book, because they see themselves in the giant. I'm mad as hell.
I don't understand this review. I appreciate your review, Clay, but I don't understand it. Oh, I didn't mean to put you on blast there.
His profile picture was a baby pig. You fuck with Gordy. You remember Gordy?
Yes.
You're from Texas. You should know Gordy.
I remember Gordy. You know, yeah, I think we're the minority here, my friend. Yes, I guess the story just fell flat for us. Everyone's saying the story's great. Although this person says gorgeous art throughout, but not enough clear plot or meat on the bone to make this fully worth it for work for me.
Exactly.
That's valid.
That is how I feel too.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Listen, I love connecting the dots. I love leaving things open to interpretation. But when you have 100 pages and you're supposed to make us care about a very clear emotional beat,
I found your review.
You're not doing that.
This is your review right here.
What does it
this
say?
One.
An apocalypse story where humans become cats, basically. That's literally how I feel about it. Also, now that I know that so many other people have said the same thing, I don't feel as smart and clever anymore, so that's fine. I've been humbled in 4K, or for me, 720p. Because of my Wi-Fi.
You know what's funny is I didn't even think about them as pets until you brought it up, and I was like, "Yep, that tracks."
But it was just that big. It was just that big bowl. I was like, "They're cats."
Well, they called it stew, so I was like, "Oh, it's stew." Like I didn't even honestly, I didn't even look at what color it was. I just read what they said. So
it was like pink.
Yeah,
it was like a pinky, creamy pink. Stew sounds really good, though. I will say that's the one thing about this book that I'm like, I could get some stew because of this book.
Not right now. It's too hot. It's too hot for stew.
It's been raining for days here, so I think I could get away with it here. But you're right. It is too hot for stew in general.
Look, this art is beautiful, but the story just didn't work for me. It wasn't for me. But anyway, so yeah, I think I'm done talking about this book. Can we move on to
I'm also
subject?
done. I'm also done. Yeah. So if there's any questions, if you should read the book or not, you have what you have.
It's $10 on Amazon, and you can make your own conclusions.
I cannot recommend it. Well, shit. I was hoping that you loved it.
Nope.
Like I was like, this could be a moment where we just argue on the pod for 30 minutes because
Nope.
I hate it so much that I was ready for you to love it so we could argue. But unfortunately, we share one brain cell and like most of the same things. So I'm so glad I don't have to. I wrote like a really big, not big, but I wrote like a summary that was a lot more well put than what I did.
Uh-huh.
But when I started talking, I was like, I just went into panic mode and said, I just have to get through this bullshit right now because I was getting mad as I was talking.
That's so funny.
Well, shit. What's next? You know what's next? Pop culture.
It
Was
is.
there anything this week at all that you enjoyed way more than this fucking fuck ass book we read?
I mean, I've already talked about some of it. Like I read Nightwing. Nightwing was great. Absolute Green Arrow wasn't for me though. What else did I read this week? End of Life. That was really good. Talked about that earlier. Odin.
Did you read Rogue?
I have not read Rogue. It's in my stack.
Mm.
I can't go into super detail about this, but if you have it and you haven't read it yet, you should read it because it's really, really good. Odin's really, really good.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm so
it's
stoked.
really good. It went in a
I'm
direction
excited
I
for you to
wasn't ready
read
for.
Rogue.
Is it? Did it stick the landing?
No.
Damn.
I can't. I'm not even going to give you false hope. I raged. That's
You
why I made that
raged?
big long. That's why I made that big long review video. And I didn't rage in the video. I had calmed down, but I was like, did I really just like go through 5 months for this book? And I need to know, like when you read it, I need you to send me a voice memo because I need to like hear how you feel about it. I feel like you're going to agree with me, but maybe if you disagree, maybe it'll give me a perspective that makes me feel better about it. I feel great because of the DNA covers.
That's fair. I didn't get any except for the last one, I think.
That
Really.
last one is so beautiful. Oh my God, that last
Yeah.
one is the best one.
What is your pop culture?
Okay, 2 things. Both comic book related, only one is a comic book. I bought the Epic Collection of All New Wolverine by Tom Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And it is incredible. It is so good. And I have been pretty ambivalent about Laura Kinney from Inception.
Mm-hmm.
One, because I've always been pretty ambivalent about Wolverine. As I've gotten older, and specifically within the last year, I've grown to love Logan a lot more. X23, I was always like, why do we need a girl version of him? It's just so they can give her big boobs one day. Thankfully, they've never done anything like that. I was just like annoyed by that because she's just a clone of Wolverine. She's so much more than just a clone of Wolverine. She is actually his daughter. And this book, Tom Taylor has a way of writing characters that are grieving the loss of someone really important in their life. And it very much has that same feel of Nightwing leaping into the light where he's grieving Alfred and picking up his life, where Laura is grieving Logan, because this book starts with her taking up the mantle because Logan is dead at this point in the timeline. And it's just so good. And it's like you see her healing the trauma that like was done to her when she was in like the lab and all of that by taking care of some other clones. The first arc is called The Four Sisters, where she meets clones of herself and forms a little family, and it's just really beautiful. There's this very silly Squirrel Girl issue. There's a very silly Spider-Gwen issue. Like, it's just a lot of fun. It's just Tom Taylor having a blast on a Marvel book, and I've been really enjoying it. And so I've bought some other Laura Kinney books as well now because of that. So if you have not read All New Wolverine, it is a great place to start with Laura Kinney because you get a lot of backstory in there that I knew but didn't know deep details of. And you get a lot of it in this book. So it's a lot of fun. The other thing that I'm going to recommend is Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. It came out on Thursday or Friday, and I picked it up and I finally started it today and lost 3 hours of my life like that. It is so fun. It's so beautiful. I didn't realize I have not spoiled myself on what it was going to be about. I watched a trailer for it a while back, but I never really dove into looked up what it was going to be. It's literally Bruce's whole life. This game is pretty much from what I'm understanding. Like you start with the opening scene is you play through the day that his parents die.
Okay.
And then you play you
That's
have a little
crazy.
mission like where you're running around with his dad in the garden. There's like you immediately go into like training with Ra's al Ghul and Talia, and I just got back to Gotham and have become Batman finally, and it's just really fun. The fighting in it is basically like the Arkham games and like the Spider-Man games. It's actual fighting, so that's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and there are 7 playable characters. That like usually in the Lego games, you can play like hundreds of characters as long as you unlock them.
Yeah.
You can only play as Bruce, Alfred, Jim Gordon, Batgirl, Nightwing, Talia, and I can't remember who the other one is. I cannot remember who the other person is in this game. Catwoman. Those are the only players you can play, and they're all like main characters. They all have their own story, so it's really really fun so far.
Is
I'm
it
enjoying it.
is it something that's like a multiplayer? Like, can you play with 2 people, or is it single player only?
Yes. It did say something about playing co-op.
Okay.
And most of the missions that you have, someone is running around with you. So I think that one of you, like in the training,
Yeah.
like prologue, one of you can play Bruce and one of you can play Talia, and then Bruce and Alfred, and then Bruce and Dick. So yeah, it might be something that'd be fun for you and Chris to do.
That's why I was asking, because
I don't know if it's online.
well, I wanted to get it. We're putting an Xbox in the bedroom to use with the projector, and it's something that I've been looking at buying. But every time I go to look at the game, because like usually you can look on the back and it'll tell you like 1 to 2 players or like 1 to 4 players, like LAN or whatever, like at home. And the one at the Target is like just like a piece of paper, so I can't look at the back of the game to look and see. So I was trying to find someone that has played it or owned it or whatever, and you have, so maybe it is co-op and we could play it at the house. That'd be really cool.
So it features local couch co-op on all platforms, allowing a second player to drop in and out at any time during the gameplay.
Nice.
And it's local co-op only, so there's no online. It's they wanted it to feel exactly like the original did. That would be a great one for y'all to play on that projector because it's beautiful. Like the way that they have reconstructed Gotham, and it's just it's so
like
fun.
open world too, isn't it? That's what I think I saw somebody say that.
Yeah, and it's made me really want to like. I want to now read the story of him training with Ra's al Ghul. Like I want to know what that was like in the actual comics because the story kind of had me gagged. Even though it's silly, it's a Lego game and there's like funny stuff. Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun. I posted a story and was like, "You haven't read it either?"
Mm-mm.
Okay, we could read it in July and then watch Batman Begins as well.
Ooh, that would be fun.
And talk about that. That could be a lot of fun.
That would be fun. With like commentary, that'd be fun.
But yeah, if y'all get Lego Batman, you have to let me know your thoughts. Y'all are gonna have so much fun with that. That is gonna be a great one to do together because there's a lot of like that prologue was like an hour and a half long, dead ass.
Damn.
I thought I was in the first chapter, and then I finished the prologue, and it was like chapter 1, and I was like, "Holy shit, that wasn't chapter 1."
That's funny.
It was so long.
That's funny.
And also sad. But I don't really have anything else to talk about pop culture wise. Do you have anything?
I don't. Just those books that I talked about throughout the pod today.
Do you have anything else to say? Period. Is it going to be our shortest episode ever?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
No, I don't have anything else. I don't think. No, yeah, I'm just still really into Pokemon. Maybe I'll read some.
love that
Who
for you.
knows? Who knows if I'll read any? I don't know. Not me. Who knows?
There's so many things to read. There's so many things to read. I'm like looking around the room at all the stacks.
I have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like Epic collections, but like DC's versions of Epic collections too, so I'm just putting them all together. 11 of those.
DC's finest.
Yes, I have 11 of those. I got 4 omnibuses, including the X Factor one that you got me for my birthday that's still sitting on the shelf unopened because I don't read. What is reading? Reading's stupid.
I know, dude. So you know how long I've put off diving into 90s X-Men? Like I had gotten there on my Uncanny read.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm going to have to read Uncanny and Adjective lists at the same time back and forth.
Yeah.
I finally have made it there. And it is so good. I'm having so much fun with it. I was like, God, to be in my mid-20s and hate everything and being like, this is not as good as everyone thinks it is. Bitch, it is. It is as good as everyone thinks it is. It is so good so far. I missed the X-Men. I had to take a long break after Extreme.
Oh, that's valid. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and it's been good to come back to it. Well, I don't really have anything else to add to this conversation now. I think that it's run its course today for me.
Yes, I don't have anything either.
Hell yeah. Same time next week.
Same bat time, same bat channel.